Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of BizTalk, Small Business Big Talk, where we at the Small Business Center, we talk to businesses throughout Columbus County that are doing great things. And today we have with us Mr. Chris Burke. Hello Christopher, how are you doing?
Good, thank you very much, and thank you for having me. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good, thank you.
So today we just want to talk a little bit about the exciting restaurant that you have. So we want to just start out by you telling us just a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm 44 years old now, and I'm from Brooklyn, New York. And I studied culinary arts in New York City, and then attended the Culinary Institute of America, and went to work in Europe, and then back to New York City, and in California, and then back to New York City, and then I went finally. I went up the ranks in the culinary brigade in New York, and then I wanted to learn more about business, so I went to get a business degree at the Culinary Institute of America, and I did that in Singapore, and then I moved down to North Carolina. So that's been quite the journey.
Yeah, it has, and you found us here in small Columbus County.
Yes.
So what attracted you to Columbus County to want to start your business here?
Well, it was a lot of, at first I wanted the business to be in Brunswick County by the beach, but I was having a problem with a lot of town ordinances, and everything is so tight in Brunswick County and expensive, and I just thought that with all the current boom in housing development, and Columbus County growing exponentially, just as our neighbor county, Brunswick County, to the east, and then to the south, Horry County, which is in South Carolina. Columbus County just seems that it's really in an upward trajectory, and there's a lot of new young professionals coming into here, and plus with the barbecue feel, being in the country on Highway 130, what we like to say in the middle of nowhere or no man's land.
In no man's land, yeah.
Is just paradise.
Right.
It's the perfect setting for just a nice little getaway. It's like a North Carolina day drive destination place where, you know, you can have like a drive-through. You know, we have that. We have a drive-through. And then on top of that, we just keep building on that, that scene. You know, our territory, or, you know, our terroir, you know, that's where we have it going on now. And now we're kind of starting to really get plugged into the community, where people are noticing that we're not just like a fly-by-night, and we're growing roots and developing friendships. Our latest friendship is with Ray's Produce, who's now bringing oak to us. Large ones, and then I learned how to use a chainsaw.
You did? Okay.
And I chop the wood down with an axe. So in the morning, Jeremy, my deputy pitmaster, and I will get together. We'll go over what we're going to do that day while we're both chopping wood together. So it's another team building experience. You know, and we're swinging an axe. So it's like there has to, you know, developing a lot of trust in there, because later on we're going into battle together. You know, as a team. So it's like, you know, it's us, you know, gentlemen serving ladies and gentlemen of our community. So, and I think, though, one of the major attractions is we can have a more intimate experience with our guests and clients, and develop bonds, because what happens is now people come in for lunch and then they rush back to get stuff for dinner, because it's just like, oh my God, they got to share it with everyone. It's like this information that they have, and they just have to unlock it, and they just feel so good to tell somebody about it. And then part of the thing is you got to come take a little drive out, and it's the most beautiful country drive.
So everybody knows where you're located. Tell everybody exactly where you're located.
Sure, we're officially at 11155 New Britain Highway East in Whiteville, North Carolina, 28472.
Right.
But I tell everybody we're on Highway 130 in Old Dock.
In Old Dock.
Just right by the Old Dock Elementary and the Dollar General. You cannot miss us.
Yeah. And your building, as you're going by, is so colorful outside. So it's really exciting whenever folks are driving by and they drive up. So let's back up a little bit. Whenever you were thinking about going into business, and I kind of remember, some of our first conversations when you came into the office, and you had already, figured out your branding. You knew what your logo was going to be, and all of that. And we talked about your business plan and your location and everything. And so, so, how did it feel going from having your ideas on paper and talking through all of the logistics, the financing, the budgeting, hiring of employees and all of that, going through all that planning stage to being able to step into your building that is now a restaurant? Because I remember when I came out to see you, we kind of walked through and you were painting and doing all these things, and some of your neighbors were coming by to help you out.
Yes.
Even in the early stages.
Yeah, it was kind of what's going on at the old Blackman's gas station, and what's going to happen, and I painted everything so colorful to just grab attention, and it worked. So the question is a multifaceted question where, we spent so much time developing a business plan, and then scrapping that one, but doing a better one, and then the financial forecasts came, and it's like, get ready, because it's not, we want 5 years, not 3.
Right.
And then you're just like, well, what's going to happen? It's kind of just an exercise to see what's going to happen and your goals, and then you want to meet those goals. So my revenue goal was like a 900,000 on paper. So, we just opened up at the end of the season, so I wanted to just kind of do the best we can, and then run into this. So we're at the tip of the iceberg of our money season, which is going to last like nine months. Okay, so and that's going to start now mid-February and go till, I'm just going to go till like Halloween, or October, November. I was, we're in election year, so I was just going to kind of go to election, just in my mind, because there's that kind of countdown and there's an end. Because the madness is going to come. And also with that is going to be those 80-hour weeks and staying motivated, having the staff energized, and we pay them well, so that energizes them a little bit, because they're going to get bumped and scraped and burned along the way, and they're going to fail on when I'm making the devil eggs. They're not going to pipe it right, and I'm going to say those aren't right. Take those home, give them to mama. Let's make them right now, and let's keep doing them, because it takes like 1,000 eggs to get your piping down right. And I've piped like 20,000 eggs. Wow. So I can just pipe at a massively fast rate that's like an Olympic rate. Like a machine, like you see on television, and where my employees will come with bright eyes, bushy tail, dreams. We hire all sorts of people from the community. So the thing is patience with the staff, and then when you have to be ready, like I was, to go into with your business plan. Like I had to basically come to a point where I was just like, okay, we have to really write a new business plan. We don't have time, so we're going to make it up on the fly. Although I have this very impressive business plan. Yes, you do. Like, we did a lot of work on it. It's like a thesis, like, crazy thing.
And I think, in small business, and when you start to write those plans and then you start to implement, and sometimes you do have to tweak things, make changes, but the most important thing is, knowing that you can be stable, creating that stability and having a plan of what you're going to do, because, either you're going to plan to succeed, or if you don't plan at all, you may definitely fail, because you have to have a plan in place. You have to know what you're planning to do. You have to know what your vision, what your goals look like, and be able to work toward those, and then tweak those sometimes as you're going along, especially in the food industry. You know, I know you have a lot of changes. One thing that I really enjoyed, we did a job fair, and you guys came out, and the students, you know, so we at Southeastern here, we are all about student success, and the students were so impressed with you. They were really excited. I think that particular day you had one of the most applicants coming by your table to see you. So I just wanted to say, you know, we really appreciate you working with students and bringing students on staff. So that's really great.
Thank you so much. We appreciated that opportunity to come down and meet with the students. For me, it was an opportunity to meet everyone. So it was kind of like a meet and greet for me, and then to get the word out, we did get an employee, Jaden Etheridge, who's fantastic. He'll probably be with us this upcoming season as well.
That's great.
In the off season, he's doing construction with his dad, so he's learning that trade as well. But we'll be excited to come, hopefully be invited back, because we have rebranded.
Yes.
So they'll see like what we did before, especially the teachers and the mentors that come to the career fair as well, and say, oh wow, how did you do the rebranding? And we could talk about that, and then we can get kids in and just kind of inspire them, maybe do a little extern, whether it's like 3 weeks, or we have a girl who from the community, I think she's at Southeastern Community College now. Her dad comes in, he's the Boy Scout master. I forgot her name, but she's gonna come in and do a slight apprentice, because the first day I met her, she did have an application in at the Culinary Institute of America.
Right.
I think she still has ambition, but she wants to do a 2-year degree here first, which is smart, because then she'll get ahead on her credits, which is definitely suggested. I wish I would have done that. I would have saved a ton of money, because in the end, you know, you have to spend that money wisely, you know, and that's what it all comes down to is that bottom line. It's like, am I going to be able to pay these students? Because we want to make sure that their checks don't bounce.
Right. Well, you know, I was thinking back to the day we did your ribbon cutting, and all the folks that were there. You know, there was so much support from the community. I think that Old Doc is really excited to have you in the community, and definitely for the food. I know the food is great. You know, firsthand, we ate that day with you and took some ribs home that my family got a chance to enjoy. And so, but the whole day during that ribbon cutting, it was so exciting, and just the camaraderie amongst the folks. You know, they were just so excited. They were so proud. They were so energized, you know, and the staff, they were just so proud, you know, to be there to serve. And in your industry, doing what you do, that's a big part of it, you know, serving others and then creating that atmosphere. Tell me about the atmosphere that you wanted to create in the space. I know we talked about that before.
Yeah, and right now we're trying to captivate everyone from the community, really from... really, it's a dynamic environment where we have people traveling through from Charlotte, Greensboro, Raleigh, Dunn, Fayetteville, and they come through. And now people are driving from different places to come see us. Then we have the vacationers from the north, from the south. Then we have the local people, and then we have people who have been living here for 10 years. And they all come into the cut room where we you know, let you talk. And so we do a lot of community service and outreach, and we work with Second Helpings and the food pantry, the Knox Shrine Food Pantry in Charlotte, and also the Christian Recovery Center, where anytime we have an abundance of food, we can get it to people who are in need. And that's the key.
That's great.
So with us, we do have expensive items on the menu, like the brisket, and that's $30 a pound, and then we have cheaper items like the Porky Junior sandwich with a side. That's like, you know, then we have chicken plates that are like $10 with a side and a drink. And because people come in, and then at the end of the night, because we cook everything fresh, we stay up until 6, and then usually people kind of, the community, they know we're going to give you a bargain. Because we're going to, you know, give it, you know, get, you know, we're done with it. We don't, you know, so we rather it go into the community, because typically the next day it doesn't have its zeal. So we're just trying to attract anybody who has, you know, a story to tell, that's on their own journey, you know, that kind of wants to be heard, because we listen to everyone, and we have that time to spend with people. So it's just a real joy to be on that Highway 130 and to meet people and share, you know, because it's like, I feel like, you know, in our barbecue journey, you know, I didn't set out to do barbecue. Barbecue found me. I had no cuisine. I was a chef without cuisine because I had just moved down here and I was learning the ropes of you know, life in the South. And then I went to that first barbecue. And I felt welcome.
You felt welcome.
And just like I used to in New York in the French restaurants, because I had that training, so I felt right at home. And now I'm right at home. So we just want to attract that type of energy.
Well, we appreciate you being here today. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your story and your journey with us. Thank you for joining us for Biz Talks today. Go down to 130 in Old Dock and look for Crown Barbecue. You will see Mr. Christopher Burke there and his staff. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Biz Talks. You can find us on the Southeastern Community College Educable and our YouTube channel.